Hey everyone, my name's Brad and this is my co-host Kylie and
And
we're
we
your
are your whining bitches.
Kylie is going to tell you a little bit about herself and why she's here on the podcast.
Hi, I'm Kylie. So I'm new to the Housewife franchises. Bradley convinced me to start watching them because he knew how much I love reality TV. I've been watching reality TV since I was maybe 10 years old. And he said, "You have not seen drama till you've seen The Housewives." So he made me start watching Dallas first. And then I watched the most recent season of Salt Lake City. Now I am keeping up with Beverly Hills. I think that with the podcast, something I can bring to the table is a fresh new perspective. Whereas Bradley, on the other hand, he has been watching forever. So I think we'll have some pretty good conversations on here.
Absolutely. So my name's Brad and I have been a longtime fan of the Housewives. I would call myself a veteran housewife, if you ask me. I have watched since the inception of Orange County in 2006, so about 20 years. So I have all the historical housewives battles between all of the relationships and the dynamics on that end. So we thought that bringing this podcast together would be great because Kylie has that unbiased take on all of the housewives as she watches it as it unfolds, and she doesn't have the history of the housewives, so that gives her kind of a fresh look. Whereas me, I can bring something from the past to kind of throw her off her game a little bit. So before we get started on our episode recaps and our opinion of this season of Beverly Hills, we're going to talk about who our favorite housewife is and what favorite franchise we have for each of us. Kylie, I'll let you go first.
So far, my favorite housewife is Bronwyn Newport. She is hard not to like, in my opinion. My favorite franchise, obviously, I haven't watched many, but Salt Lake City. If you've seen last season, you can understand why. So I also think that a season I'm looking forward to watching would be New Jersey. I don't know why, I just feel like I'd probably like it. I like Teresa, I like the clips of Teresa, so I think that one would be fun.
My favorite housewife, if we're talking about past housewives and current housewives, my favorite past housewife is Nene Leakes, and my favorite current housewife is also Bronwyn Newport. My favorite franchise, probably from the past as well as current, would probably have to be Melbourne, which is in Australia. Phenomenal series if you've never seen it. Only lasted about 4 or 5 seasons, but it was fantastic. And I just want to say that despite the fact that we have our favorites, Bronwyn Newport and Nene Leakes, it does not mean that we're going to be biased toward any one of those. If they have any behaviors that we think they are misbehaving or engaging in shade, we're going to call it out.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
So, how Brad and I met, which I think is important, we met when working at an adult behavioral health unit, and it was fate. We fell in love right away.
Talk about a work wife, huh? So, really, what this podcast is going to be about is reviewing the weekly episodes as well as the entire season to kind of give a fresh take on the dynamics of the relationships that the wives are having, any drama, which, there's a lot of. We're going to talk about that, as well as have specific segments that we bring up each week. We're going to have Villain of the Week, we're going to have Tea of the Week, and Rotating Chaos as it comes along. So we are going to also review wines, hence the whining bitches. We both love wine, and so therefore we are going to talk about wine as we get a little tipsy.
All right, so the wine for this week, since it is our first episode, we wanted to go with our favorite wine, which is both of our favorite wine, a lovely little Kim Crawford Savvy Bee Sauvignon Blanc. Okay, so it has some pineapple undertones. It says it's a bit grassy or whatever. It's beautiful. It's great.
Pairs well with a goat cheese salad.
Brad, what would you rate this? 1 to 5. How many diamonds?
5 diamonds out of 5 diamonds.
5, obviously. So, Kim Crawford, sponsor us. Other wine brands sponsor us so we can get Botox and fillers.
Okay, so we are going to start off with a review of the entire season so far of Beverly Hills. A lot of you viewers know that there's been a lot of drama from start to finish for these last like 8 or 9 episodes. We've seen some interesting dynamics between Kyle Richards and Dorit. Um, so we wanted to talk about what do we think? What do we think of the season so far? Do we think that it is holding up to previous seasons? Do we think that it is holding up overall as a good season, especially for you, Kylie, because this is your first season of Beverly Hills? What would you say about this season so far?
Can I be honest?
Yeah, be honest.
I don't
That's what
like it. I don't
you
like
don't
it.
like. You
I
don't
don't
like
like it.
Beverly Hills. Why?
No.
Tell me, share.
So I think after watching Salt Lake City, the drama was so intense every single episode. And I think maybe this is just a transitional season. Like all of them are going through their divorces and splits and estrangements and whatever.
Yeah.
Um, Although there is some drama, it's just not my favorite so far, I would say.
Yeah, so I would say that, especially if you ask the audience, which a lot of viewers are saying that this season is kind of a dud.
Hmm.
They said that kind of about last season too. I think it's because the continuing narrative of Dorit and Kyle's relationship, like you said, they're
Yeah.
going through divorces. So the drama is spicy, but it's not like habanero spicy.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like we're getting a lot from Kyle and Dorit about themselves
Hmm.
fighting with each other, but we're not really seeing much from like Erica,
Yeah.
Sutton, or
Hmm.
Boz. We're not seeing much from them. I mean, they are
No.
speaking out a little bit
Mhm.
against Amanda Francis, who is, albeit one of the newest housewives and maybe one of the most unliked housewives, at least from what I'm seeing on social media.
Yeah.
She made a statement the other day that she's getting a lot of slack on social media. So um,
Hmm.
she was trying to like spin a narrative that, despite the fact that, most people don't like her, they don't know her full story. So I
Hmm.
get why you see this as not a great
Hmm.
season.
Hmm.
Um, Earlier Beverly Hills was peak Beverly Hills, in my
Hmm.
opinion, and a lot of the viewers' opinion. You know,
Hmm.
Lisa Vanderpump, and you had Lisa Rinna and Eileen Davidson and Kim Richards. It was the dynamics have changed a lot. I would rate this season probably at like a 3 out of 5 diamonds for me.
Okay.
It's still a great franchise. They just kind of need to
Hmm.
pick it up a little bit here and
Yeah.
stop focusing on their friendship with Dorit and Kyle so much. It's not that serious.
Right. Right.
Um, what I will say on my end, at least from the past seasons, is that with Kyle and Dorit, they were fighting last season. This stemmed from an issue, even as far back as when Lisa Rinna was on the show. They started to fall out because Kyle was not being a good friend to Dorit during her divorce, during all of the
Hmm.
tough times that she was going through. There was even an issue on one of the reunions
Hmm.
where Kyle had sent a text message saying that her and Dorit had never been really good friends, kind of undermining that entire relationship.
Oh.
So ever since then, they've kind of been broken. Yeah. So it's just been an interesting dynamic, and I kind of
Yeah.
figured this season we were going to see the same. We were going to
Yeah.
see people like Kyle and Dorit just fight it out constantly.
I feel like I hear the birds. Hold on. Damn it, I can't fucking win.
Kylie, that's just you farting.
Look what Jack got me for Valentine's Day. It's a
Oh, I love
little
it.
set.
Joggers.
No, they're shorts.
I know it's a joke.
Oh,
You wouldn't know because you don't watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. They look
sorry.
like
The
joggers.
fuck? All right, so let's talk about Amanda this season. Obviously, she's had some mixed reviews, of course. So she came in, and it kind of just felt like the dynamic was off with her. She just seems a bit different than all of the other women. I don't know if it's a maturity thing, if she just is clueless, but I don't know. She just it seems like she's never seen the Housewives before. It seems like she does not have a clue of what she got into.
I would agree with you. I think that she came into this season extremely strong.
Mhm.
It's giving me Dana Wilkie's vibes. She was on one season as a friend of in Beverly Hills. She's famous for the very, very famous quote, 25,000. When she was talking about her sunglasses, she was telling people she paid
Oh,
$25,000 for her sunglasses. She was very over the top about her wealth. Like, look at me, I have money. She kind of explained in a reunion that this was because she was just trying to fit in. And this is giving Amanda Francis vibes, where she is
absolutely.
pretending that she is, I gotta tell these women how much money I have. Like, here I am. I am so successful. I have written a best selling novel, and I did it on my own. I self published and I self wrote it. And we get it, babe. Like,
Yeah.
you got money. You're
She
living in Beverly
tries
Hills. Okay.
too hard, making a business out of manifesting. One of the quotes
Yes.
she said, oh, sorry, carry on.
No, go ahead.
So one of the quotes she said like sent me. She was like, um, I feel like I belong in every room I want to be in. Like I feel like she's just kind of like faking it till she makes it. Like she's really just convincing herself of these things. But
I
that's just
agree.
I guess what she's like profiting off of anyway. So she kind of
Well,
has
I
to have
think
that image.
Yeah, well, I think with like your take on that, the whole quote that she made, I manifest any room I want to be in, then
Hmm.
why are you so upset and trying so hard to fit in with these ladies and explain to them how much money you've made, that you have these classes that you've created, that
Hmm.
you are, the best-selling novel, all this stuff, and she just
Hmm.
constantly has to make everything a competition. It's like
Yeah.
if Kyle says I have these sunglasses, then Amanda's like, oh, I have them in every color,
Yeah.
or I spent $10,000 on jewels or rocks
Crystals.
or what, crystals and diamond.
Yeah.
What, like, we, it is way too much for her. She is
Hmm.
trying to beat a dead horse here. You're on the
Hmm.
show. You got on
Yeah.
Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. You don't get on there because you have no money. You get on there
Yeah.
because you have
Like we get it. They get it. You
money.
have money.
Yes. And no shame to her game. Like, she's
Hmm.
made a name for herself. She has made money. Fantastic
Hmm.
for her. But the viewers don't need to hear it every 5 seconds. That is
No.
why Orange County used to be such an issue with Heather Dubrow sometimes, because she would throw
Hmm.
out how much she spent on a party. And here's the thing, you can do that every now and then, but when you
Hmm.
do it consistently and over the top, that's when it becomes a
Hmm.
problem. And I think that's why these ladies are not connecting with Amanda Francis and why they are giving her
Hmm.
such a hard time. I don't think I've ever heard from Kyle Richards how much money she has, or how much she spends every
No.
month, or how many homes she owns. It's
Hmm.
quiet wealth. What's that saying? Rich screams, wealth whispers. Like, you can
Yeah.
tell the difference between like new money and old money.
Hmm.
So that's all I'm
Like
gonna
how
say about
she
that.
like how she wore all of that like Louis Vuitton onto the plane and they
Yes,
were like
yes.
giving her grief about it. I think it's tacky like if you're rich like but also like who am I to talk? But it's also like if I'm spending like $5,000 on a bag, I want people to know it's Louis Vuitton. But I
Oh,
also don't have money
100%.
like that and like if I was trying to fit in, maybe I would, but I can tell she's very new to money.
Yes. And I think if she could work that out with herself, like really
Mhm.
sit down and say, hey, I don't need to consistently tell them this. I think that
Mm-mm.
she would have potential as a decent housewife. But the other
Mhm.
aspect of this is I'm going to bring it up, the dinner where Dorit and Amanda get into an argument because Amanda said something about PK, saying that
Yeah.
Dorit needs to watch what she says, or otherwise it's going to cause issues in the divorce and with the custody of her children. But Amanda seemed very upset. She seemed
Yeah.
very upset with the
Mhm.
fact that they couldn't just sweep it under the rug and kind of be like, oh, it's just all good and we're just going to have a calm conversation. Babe, this is the Real
You
Housewives
can't
of
just
Beverly
dish
Hills.
it out and not expect to get anything back. That's not how it
Yes,
works.
correct. Yeah. Like,
And in the
girl,
newest
stop
episode,
playing.
Erica, I think it was Erica, she was like, you can't just talk about somebody's marriage and not expect to, like, for somebody to
Yeah,
say something back. You just can't talk about somebody's
100%.
marriage like that.
100%. Even if they are getting divorced, Nobody wants
Yeah.
to hear that when it's like being
No.
kicked when you're already down, and nobody wants
Yeah.
that, babe. You
No.
can't say that you're on her side and that you're trying to be there for her and then make comments about it. If you have concerns about the way that she's talking about her soon to be ex husband, pull her aside and say it. Yes, it
Talk.
makes great television, obviously, but
Hmm.
you can't then go, why am I being verbally accosted? Ma'am,
Verbally accosted.
verbally accosted. No, you were not verbally accosted. Let me tell you
Mm-mm.
something. I have seen Dorit read somebody down. She did not verbally accost you, but she can. She
Yeah.
could. And
Yeah.
then Amanda would really know what it's like to be verbally accosted because trust me, Dorit can give it as good as she can take it. And
Dang.
I am not a huge Dorit fan, but that girl knows what
Yeah.
she's doing. Okay.
Yeah.
So to
Yeah.
me, it's just like dial it back a little bit. Dial it back.
She's trying too hard.
Dial it back, or if you're going to be like that, then expect the consequences of your actions. You're going to get
Hmm.
yelled at. You're going to get read for filth. It's just going to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah. Okay. So another newer housewife I want to talk about is Rachel. Okay, so I like Rachel. I think she's really chill. I think she's vibey. I think she's very real. I think she's just fabulous. But that's just my opinion.
No, I have to agree with you. I was really worried about her being on this season just because she's been on a
Yeah.
reality show before, and sometimes they come in with like that
Yeah.
chip on their shoulder, like I'm Rachel Zoe and I had my own,
Mhm.
show before, and
Yeah.
she's very laid back. She is not
Yeah.
the type to, have to overcompensate like we were talking about with other housewives, Amanda.
No.
But she is very chill and relaxed, and like her fashion sense is
Hmm.
beyond.
It's
Um,
so good. But
it is
she's
so
just
good.
like so confident with where she's at, and she's just like
She
she knows
is.
herself and
And
she doesn't
especially a woman going through like a divorce after like what 28 years together.
care.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's a long time to be married and to go through a divorce with children like that. It's very difficult.
Hmm.
And she's still coming in and she's giving some like comedic takebacks and
Hmm.
throwing out some comments here and there. And some of the conversations that she's having, like when she was having it with Kyle and Dorit, she's
Hmm.
very knowledgeable. I will say that, and
She
she
is.
tries to keep a very unbiased opinion too.
She does. She does. She plays it
She
safe.
Yeah,
What?
I actually love her. I think she's a great
I
addition to
do
the cast.
too.
I
She
think
is
that
amazing.
if Bravo's smart, they're going to keep her around for a little bit. I think she
Yeah.
is what we needed added to the cast. Obviously, there's
Hmm.
some changes I would make, but for her,
Hmm.
I think she's a solid choice this season, and we needed it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
You said you wanted to talk about Sutton a little bit. Talk about
Sutton.
Sutton. Tell us, what are you feeling?
Yeah. Okay, so Sutton. So from the get-go, she kind of stuck out to me. I have an issue. Why does she have so many issues with relationships? She can't hold a relationship in her life. Like Avi, Garcelle. I don't even know who Garcelle is, but she gets brought up a lot. She lashes out on people for no reason. Like she's just very emotionally unstable. I don't know what she's gone through though. So, and I know that you said though that you like Sutton, so I want to hear your take on this. I swear you said you like Sutton.
No, I don't like Sutton.
What? Oh,
I
okay,
actually think
good.
that Sutton was a very bad choice for the franchise. I don't like her. Yes,
Yeah.
she does have money. Um, I don't know if I want to put all of her business out there, but it's all over anyways, and all the fans know it.
Mm-hmm.
She was married for many years, like 16, 17 years, I want to say. She was married to a man that works in tech, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And, she brings a perspective of she does have money, but as Dorit liked to say, she doesn't even live on a fucking main road.
Not the main road.
She's
That.
fucking road, honey. So she has no business coming after Dorit because Dorit lives in, a gated community. Whereas,
Uh-huh.
that doesn't. And I feel like I don't know if that's necessarily why she gets into it because there
Mm-hmm.
is I think it was last season that she got into it with Dorit and she was kind of like
Mm-hmm.
pick on somebody whose wallet fits.
I
And
heard that.
she was kind of giving the same vibes as Amanda was with that comment. We know you
Yeah.
got money. Everybody here has money. So let's not
Yeah.
pretend. Just because you have a little bit more, who cares? I feel
Mm-hmm.
like she uses that sometimes to say, "Oh, I'm living my best life." She gets like
Mm-hmm.
$300,000 a month in alimony. Like Cool.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah.
married to the man for, over a decade. You deserve to have that. But I think
Mhm.
she, I think she feels very, um, what's the word I want to use? Damaged from that divorce. I feel like
Yeah.
she takes it to heart a lot because when she was
Mhm.
married to Christian, she had that perfect life. She had the children and she had the home in Beverly
Mhm.
Hills and she had a man that was in, tech and was top of his game. And now she's alone. She does
Yeah.
have her children, but I don't believe they live at home. She's
Yeah.
living by
I didn't even know she
herself.
had kids till
Oh
this
yeah,
most
she has.
recent episode.
Yeah, I think she has two. I think she has a daughter and a son. But
Okay.
I don't know. I think she lives at home alone.
Mhm.
Um, and so that can get very lonely. And I think she really takes that out on everybody else, and
Mhm.
that's what you're kind of seeing with the emotional dysregulation that she experiences a lot. She
Yeah.
is often attacking other people, um,
Yeah.
and she just wants to make herself known. And I've never really cared for her. Um,
Yeah.
do I think that she makes good TV?
Somewhat.
Eh, I don't know. I
She's
could
kind of
take her as
obnoxious in my
a show.
opinion.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have an issue with Kyle.
Who is Garcelle? Like I need to know who Garcelle is.
So Garcelle Bouvet's is the housewife
Fancy.
that was on for 3 or 4 seasons, I believe. You
Mhm.
probably know her. She's an actress. She's been in a lot of things. She was in the movie Coming to America. She
Mhm.
was in Martin, I believe. She was on some episodes of that.
Oh,
Um,
I know who you're
yeah,
talking
so
about.
she,
Yep.
so
Yep.
she was on for a few
Okay.
seasons, and her and
Mhm.
Sutton were besties.
Yeah.
Wherever Sutton was, there was Garcelle, and Garcelle had her back like nobody else. She defended
Mhm.
Sutton to the ends of the earth, and
Mhm.
Sutton did not reciprocate that friendship.
That's sad.
Um, yes, Sutton
Hmm.
is very well known for not standing up in her friendships and telling people like it is. Like for me, you're my friend. I would back you
Mhm.
100% on anything. I don't care if you're wrong or
Mhm.
not.
Yeah.
And she didn't. She kind of let,
Mhm.
at the reunion last year, she kind of left Garcelle out there and let her kind of
Mhm.
defend herself against an attack from all the ladies, and it wasn't
Yeah.
cool. It was not
So was
cool.
Garcelle the one that like walked out of the reunion at the
Yes.
end
They-
and she
Yeah,
just
they asked
drove
for a
away?
picture.
Yeah.
Yep. She was supposed to
Was it
meet
because of Sutton?
Sutton for dinner. Yeah, it was. She was done
Wow.
with all of them at that point because they had been attacking her the
Mhm.
entire reunion.
Damn.
And they have done, and Dorit has done it a lot with Garcelle. She
Mhm.
would make very weird statements to Garcelle. We'll just say that.
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
like it. I didn't like it then, and I feel like instead of backing Garcelle, I feel like all of them kind of turned on her, and it wasn't fair.
Yeah. No.
And Garcelle was good TV. I thought she was a great addition to the cast, and then
Yeah.
when she left, I kind of feel like it left a hole in Beverly Hills. Um,
Mm.
so that's
Yeah.
my thoughts on that. I feel like she is loyal to no one except for herself. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the conversation between Dorit and Mauricio. We see
Mhm.
them get together, and I feel like Dorit was wanting him to say, I got your back 100%. You're the mother of
Mhm.
those children, and PK needs to stand up and be a father and a
Yeah.
husband and give you what you need in that divorce. And I feel like
Mhm.
that's the vibe that Dorit was giving, and that's what she was
Mhm.
trying to walk into that meeting with. And she
Yeah.
was blown away by Mauricio kind of saying, I'm not just going to
Yeah.
side with you. I've seen the text messages. PK has shown them to me. And one of the
Mhm.
things did you think was odd when she said, but you don't know the context of those text messages?
Yeah, because how much more context do you need when it's text messages?
Yeah, and especially like,
And Mauricio said he's seen like a lot of them too.
hmm and that's
How
why,
much more context do you need?
yeah, well, when you're saying, hey, can I pick up the kids on Saturday? There's no
Mhm.
context to be had.
No.
Can I pick up the kids on
Yeah.
Saturday? Now,
Yeah.
if he said, some statement like, "Hey, how are you?" That could be. What is the context of that? Is he saying it in
Yeah.
a flirtatious manner? Is he
Hmm.
saying it in a mean manner? Is he saying it in an appropriate? Like, yes, then you have context. When you're asking if you can
Yeah.
have the kids, there's no context to be had. So when she
No.
said that to me, it immediately made me say, she's lying.
Yeah.
Um, and she's
And
like, well, PK is very well known for doing this. He takes snippets of conversations and he'll send them to this person and send them to that person.
yeah.
Yes, but Mauricio read the list of text messages, babe. He
Yeah.
saw the text message sent to you with the document of whatever financial information that he was sending over. You can't
Hmm.
fake that. Like, it was
Yeah.
sent to your
And
phone, babe. Like,
yeah. And I think Kyle said it best. She's just looking for people to say yes and to give her reassurance. Like
oh,
she just wants
100%.
people to like side with her and understand what she's going through, but at the same time, it's like she's assassinating his character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Is at least from her the way she's phrasing things. Like he doesn't want to see the kids and all of this stuff.
Right. And when you say like things like that, that is an assassination
Hmm.
of character. You're accusing
Hmm.
somebody of not wanting to have, anything to do with their kids. And I'm not sticking up for
Hmm.
PK because I personally
No.
did not like PK on the show.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
thought that he was very insensitive to Dorit, and I feel like
Hmm.
he was not a great husband to her.
Hmm.
But regardless of that fact, like we said, we're not going to be biased on these things. And I feel like
Hmm.
she was lying in that moment because she wants support. She wants somebody to
She
say, "Hey, I
does.
got your back."
Yeah,
And
that's why
Kyle,
she doesn't like when Kyle, yeah, when Kyle's like, like she's just skeptical, but in a way that's she sees both sides of it.
yeah,
But
Kyle is
also
not
as
going to
a
be someone.
girl's girl. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
she knows PK. But as a girl's girl too, it's like, yeah, of course, girl, like you are totally right. I can see that perspective because she is coming to her girls and she's wanting that reassurance. But
yeah. And I
also,
feel
I'm
like,
glad that Kyle is being realistic.
yeah, I think Kyle is trying to be unbiased. She's trying to play Switzerland a little bit here,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
not quite because she still kind of goes against Dorit more than she does PK.
she does.
But I think it's because she can't justify what
Hmm.
Dorit is saying. Like, I
Yeah.
can't say that this man is not seeing his kids just because you're my friend. But then I
Hmm.
think in the same breath, Kyle has to admit what the reality here is here. She's not Dorit's
Hmm.
friend. I don't believe that she is
No,
a good friend of Dorit's. I
no,
don't believe that she has Dorit's back. Um,
nope.
but that's okay. She doesn't have to, but
Hmm.
she needs to say
No.
that. Like, look, I don't have your back. I want us to
Hmm.
be acquaintances. I don't want to be close friends with you. I'm telling you
Hmm.
how I see it. I want us to just get along and not have anything to say about each other. And I think that
Hmm.
the audience would feel that more if she did
Yeah,
that. Like, just be
absolutely.
honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was Dorit the one? We can just add this in. Was Dorit the one last season where she seen smoking the cigarettes?
That's Dorit. Yeah. That's
That was
Dorit. Yeah.
iconic.
Smoking the
That was
cigarette as
like
she's driving down the highway at 100 miles an hour.
that is iconic. So
Iconic.
I got Erica this one quote that Erica said: "Keep it young, approachable, but not. Could give you a blowjob in the alley, but probably won't." I don't know if
So
you remember that one.
Erica is the comedic relief of the season always.
She's
Um,
funny. I like her.
she is hilarious. She is always giving these one-liners, or she is always calling people on their bullshit, and it's always funny when she does it because
Yeah.
there was a season I think when Dorit first started on the show, and she
Hmm.
kept like talking a little bit British when she would talk, and she would be like, the British people never do this, and Erica looks at her and she says, "Babe, you're from Connecticut, like you're not British, like, you're born from
Just
Connecticut." Like
because is PK British?
he is, yes, and so by extension, yes, she
Okay.
did work over there for a little while, but you're from the
Yeah.
U.S. It
Literally.
was just Erica is always like, she just throws those out every now and then, and I
That's
die.
funny. And her voice
Like,
is so funny too.
yeah, there's a scene. So Sutton had a really good friend named Merce, and he
Uh-huh.
he was like some sort of
Merce,
icon.
like MRSA?
Merce, I think it's like Merse, but he was like a role model for Sutton. Well, he passed away and she
Yeah.
was gonna like
Oh.
spread his ashes or whatever. And so she had a baggie of his ashes in her purse, and Erica was like lit drunk. And she was like, Merce is in the purse. It just, if Erica can be iconic, she's gonna. Like, she is so funny.
I
And that's why
love
I think she works so
her.
well. Yes,
Yeah.
she is phenomenal.
I have like two more quotes I want to bring up just
Okay.
because I just have to talk about them. Um, remember Mo, like when they were looking at Amanda's house, Mo's like, really? Oh. When when Kyle's crying, he said, really? Oh. I was
Mauricio
like,
gives I don't give a shit energy.
I know. He's like, I don't care. And I can't
He's
wait.
like, I don't
Like,
care about any of this. Like, I just
another
want to go home.
episode, I can't wait to like dissect these people's relationships because I don't know where like how all of these things
Yeah.
happened, how all of these divorce and shit has
Oh yeah.
happened. Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to
And
see
they
like
won't really say what is going on, but
oh
yeah, something
like
happened.
mm,
I think he was like in some girl's DMs and stuff, and she couldn't trust him anymore. But we're not going to put
valid.
that on.
No, no. I have to talk about the worst dress.
Yes, me too. Go
Amanda.
ahead.
Amanda.
Yes.
So you know how she came in with into Jennifer Tilly's house. She had the white dress on. She had the leather jacket and Jennifer was like, "Oh, that's so like 1985 Chanel." And she was like, "Oh yeah, that was the year I was born." The fact that she looked like the bride of Chucky. You had said this too. She looks like the bride of Chucky in Jennifer Tilly's house cuz Jennifer Tilly played the bride of Chucky.
Yes, I
I don't
know.
know. That sent me.
But let's continue to talk about the fact that she has not worn that jacket once, not twice. She's worn it three times now as she's filmed. And one of the
Oh.
things we always talk about, like in the fashion world, is you don't repeat wear things. Like,
No,
that's
especially
just
not
a
on the
thing.
Housewives. Baby, maybe
No,
you
and
don't
especially
have the
not
money
within the
you're
same
talking
week of
about.
filming.
Yeah. It's weird.
It is
Red
very
flag.
weird. Because, I mean, at the dinner that they were having where she was arguing with Dorit, she was still wearing the leather jacket.
She
I
has a
was like,
lot to
babe,
learn.
I know. Go pick out a new jacket. It's not that hard. You
It's
got
not hard. It's not hard. You don't have to
all
get the
that
most
money you're telling
expensive
us about,
jacket.
babe.
Yeah. Where's that money? Okay. Yeah.
All right, sorry, we're being catty, but
I
and
know.
it's
I
not
don't
like I'm
care.
going to pick on Amanda all the time, but we're going to go into villain of the week right now,
Hmm.
and I'm afraid to say that my villain of the week is
Amanda.
it's Amanda Francis.
That's a given.
So, for me, the reason why I think Amanda Francis is the villain, she's not necessarily being aggressive.
Hmm.
She is not coming out there with her claws. She's not,
Yeah.
snapping on people, but she's trying to manipulate the narrative on things. And I
Hmm.
feel like when you do that and you try to gaslight people and manipulate their emotions, which, again, she's probably very good at considering the fact that a, she was in a cult, and B, she does all this manifest energy kind of thing. So she's
Hmm.
very easily able to manipulate people's energies and their
Hmm.
emotions. And so when they have conversations like this, she's like, "Yeah, but you didn't have to say it to me like that." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Okay, fine. So you
Hmm.
interpreted it like that, but nobody else did."
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so to me, that's why I feel like she is the villain of the week. She is
Hmm.
the one that is trying to manipulate everybody else into feeling like she is being verbally accosted, like she is
Hmm.
being attacked by everybody. Why should I have to take responsibility for a comment that I made about somebody's marriage? Why? Why
Yeah.
wouldn't you say that's okay? Like
She's
that is
really
like
good at playing the victim.
yes, yes. Why do you think who is your villain of the week? I guess I should say.
Yeah, I think villain is a bit aggressive. Kind of like you said. I feel like villain is a bit aggressive because she is not necessarily like the villain. She's not the one like coming at people's lives. But she's also, like you said, I think she's just manipulative. I like nobody likes her, genuinely. And I don't know. She just plays the victim. She's like, what did I do wrong? You're the person. I went through
Mhm.
this, and you're bringing up this. And
Yes.
it's like you're not taking other people's perspectives into consideration. And then when people call you out on things, you feel like you're, verbally accosted, obviously.
Oh, 100%. I think that
And
that is
it's like,
100% the case.
yeah. And it's like, you have a lot to learn in this group. And I feel like a lot of the things she says sometimes, she's just different. A lot of the things they say, I feel like it turns her world upside down. Like, you can tell it's like kind of messing with her brain a little. She's like, somebody just said this to me? Oh, because I
Yeah.
feel like she's so used to manipulating other people and getting the reaction she wants to out of other
Yes.
people. She's not expecting this, like,
Mhm.
everything from this.
I feel like it's almost, when you feel like you're closer to somebody than you actually are. And so when
Mm-hmm.
she gets talked to about her behaviors, she
Mm-hmm.
kind of is like, oh my God, how could they talk to me like this? Like,
Yeah.
I thought that we were friends. Like, you're new
Yeah.
here. You're not, like, you are taking those digs way too personal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they're not going to give you any grace when you're not their friend yet. I mean, you've only
No.
been here for half of a season. They don't really know
She
you.
came in
Um,
and she came in strong too.
yeah, yeah. So, what do you expect the dynamic to be when you come in
Mm-hmm.
that strong, and
Yeah.
then say something about somebody's marriage? And so that's why I think it's villain of the week for me.
Mm-hmm.
But
Same.
I mean, maybe the audience will disagree with me. Maybe they're going to listen to this
Yeah.
and be like, "Oh, you have it completely wrong."
Yeah. We would love to hear other people's takes.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, we're going to start doing a poll where you
Mm-hmm.
guys can pick the villain of the week. We want you
Mm-hmm.
to take that poll, let us know who you think, and we'll have a commentary section on there on why you think that she's the villain of the week. And then we'll give our takes every week on who we think. Um,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Okay,
I
so
love it.
for some tea of the week,
Villain.
um, it doesn't have to do with like this franchise. One of them does, but so as I was going through social media, I can't remember who it was. I would not be a good housewife because I can't remember quotes or like what people have said. But somebody had said that on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Um, that I think it was Brittany, she had to leave and get her stomach pumped, or it was somebody who got so extremely drunk, the crew made them all stay in their rooms, and somebody had to leave and go get their stomach pumped and come back. And it makes me think it was Brittany because Bronwyn was sleeping on the deck and she was like, "Can I come back in my room now?" So I don't know. But that was some tea. I don't know where I heard it,
I can
and
give
then
you context.
Meredith had said, I wasn't the one drunk the whole trip and stuff.
So I could see why you think that.
Yeah.
However, the person that posted that information was Monica from a previous season. She is the one that was talking about how somebody had their stomach pumped, and it was a season that Brittany was not on.
Oh,
So
okay.
no, it's one of the other girls, not Lisa, not Meredith, not Bronwyn, but there was apparently an individual that had their stomach pumped. And Monica alluded to that on her TikTok. She made a TikTok video. I saw it. And yeah, a lot of people are now saying that they thought it was Brittany just because, the recent events with
Yeah.
Meredith, like you were saying, but it was not Brittany.
So it wasn't during this season or this past season. It was a
It
different
was
one.
during the season when Monica was on. Yes.
My God.
And
Monica's
Monica is
projecting. It was
known
Monica.
for shading. She was shading.
Was
That girl
she
is
reality Von Teese?
She was reality Von Teese, baby. And let me tell you what, the Salt Lake City Housewives are going to get pissed at me for saying this, but she was reality TV gold. When I
No
tell you
way.
that Bronwyn used to keep her foot on Lisa 24/7, no, baby. Monica did. Monica,
Ooh.
she may have been a lot, but that girl, Man, she made some good TV. Gave us one of our best seasons of Salt Lake City yet. Meredith's going to be mad about that. Lisa's going to be mad about that. Don't care. Don't care.
Whatever. So what season was this? The previous one?
Oh, it was season 4 when
Oh,
Monica
okay.
was on. Yeah, so season 4,
Okay.
Monica was on there. Her and Lisa did not get along at all.
Hmm.
Um, yeah,
Okay.
so
Okay.
yeah,
So some
so
other
that's
tea I
that.
have. So that's what?
I said so that's where that tea came from.
Okay, that's good to know. I like that.
Okay.
So some other tea, I was doing a little research on Amanda, and I saw she had a mugshot. I don't
Oh,
know if you've seen it. She had a mugshot. I I
I,
I think it said DUI or it was something like that, but it was like back in the day. I don't know, but I thought
I
that was some
don't
tea.
remember seeing that recently, but did they say the case was dropped or
I
no?
don't know. I didn't read too much into it.
I don't remember because I remember seeing something
Mhm.
about somebody with a mugshot, and then they were
Yeah.
like arguing that it was dropped or something, but I don't think that was her.
Yeah, which surprises me because I don't see her like getting
I actually
arrested and
don't.
stuff.
I hardly ever see her drink, but maybe that's why.
Maybe that's why.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's the
Okay.
tea.
I can't wait to hear about her cult too. I need to hear about this whole cult
Well, apparently
experience.
that's going to take place in the next episode, so we can talk about that a little bit before
Ooh.
we. Um,
Okay.
so basically, Amanda, like you can see in the trailer, it said coming up on Beverly Hills, or still to come
Okay.
on Beverly Hills, and she
Okay.
is like,
I've
"So you
missed that
guys
part.
want to hear about the cult, huh?" Like, so she's going to talk about it, and I'm ready
Yes,
for
we
it because
do.
I'm ready to
I am
catch her.
too.
Like,
And it's not the cult that she is selling on the internet. That is a different cult. That's an
no.
MLM. That is an
So I am
MLM.
interested to see where that goes. I am interested to see how the season pans out because did you see the still coming on Beverly Hills? Did you see the trailer at the end of
No,
the
I
episode?
didn't because I literally watched the last episode right before we started, and I was like, okay,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. So there's a lot of drama to come. So I
okay,
think you should hold off on your rating a little bit. I know you said that
okay.
it wasn't great for you, but it looks like it's going to get a little spicy.
It's a slow
And I will
burn.
say, Beverly Hills is not something that has a ton of drama in it. It's not like New
Yeah.
Jersey in its early seasons or Salt Lake City, but it does have drama.
Mhm.
It's just a little more couth is the word I'll use.
What does that mean?
So it just means that it's a little more sophisticated drama.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a little more wealthy and they're a little more like
Um,
reserved in their manners. So yeah,
yeah.
okay. So we do have some tea of the week regarding the new TV show, The Golden Life on E, which is basically a Real Housewives of New York legacy spinoff. Obviously, it won't air on Bravo. The wives defected from Bravo and went over to E. But as most of
Mm.
you know, last week, Jill Zarin, which was an OG of Real Housewives of New York, made some comments on her TikTok and was removed shortly thereafter from the TV series. And I have to say, in my personal opinion, E made a very great decision to bring Dorinda Medley back. So she will be replacing Jill Zarin on E's The Golden Life, along with
Mhm.
Luann de Lesseps, Ramona Singer, Kelly Bensimone, and Sonia Morgan. So we're all looking forward to that. Hopefully, Kylie, you get to check that series out and you get to see what
I'm
we all
excited.
loved. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean, Real Housewives of
excited.
New York was,
That was it.
it was it. It was one of the flagship series. Like it was OC and then New York City. And a lot of people love the OGs of New York
Hmm.
City. So I'm hoping it holds up. We'll
Yeah.
see. Kelly Ben Simone, she's another thing we got to get into later, but she is
Oh
not my
no.
favorite. So,
Dang.
um, yeah, we'll talk about Scary Island next episode, maybe.
Something else I'm excited for, some other like kind of like big things that have happened. The trailer for Rhode Island came out. That looks a
Yeah,
bit spicy. So I'm kind of excited for it because I've never like started a Real Housewives from the beginning. Like this is like gonna be
yeah,
my era of the Housewives, even though it's not gonna be as good as others, but
Well, maybe
It'll be
you can be
something that
the
I
Rhode
learn.
Island connoisseur. You can be our expert in Rhode Island.
We shall see. Okay. All right, now that's a wrap for our first episode. Thanks for hanging out with us, bitching with us, drinking a little bit of wine with us. Follow us on where you get your podcasts, so Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and Spotify. If you want to keep up with our socials, we'll have polls, we'll have updates. We're going to be reposting funny things. Everything Housewives. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. And as always, stay tuned,
Stay bitchy.
stay tipsy.